Hey friends, welcome back to Roots and Arrows Farm. My name is Tori, and if you're new here, thank you for being here. And if you're not new, thanks for sticking around. Today's video is a little bit of a different one. I am a little bit nervous to actually, oops, I about fell. I'm actually a little bit nervous to talk to you guys because it's been so long. It's been, gosh, nearly 2 months, I think, since I've picked up the camera. That's not entirely true. I've filmed a couple of things over the last few months, but it didn't feel right, if that makes sense. I don't ever want to do anything that feels forced or fake. And honestly, for the last few months, it has been a whirlwind of health concerns. Whoops. Creaky step there. It's been a whirlwind of health concerns and kids things at school, and I started classes again through Liberty University, and so it's been a lot. I had a couple of different health scares. First I went and had teeth pulled, and then that was back in August, and after I had teeth pulled, I actually, I'm gonna sit down. So after I had teeth pulled, I ended up getting gastritis from all of the medicines that I was taking. It was making the stomach lining, or it was making my stomach lining inflame, which was very painful. And so I went and got a CT scan, and from the CT scan, they found out that I have cysts on one of my ovaries. And last week I went to get it checked out, and so it looks like one cyst is continuing to grow, and they're concerned about that, and so they want to possibly go in and remove it, which would mean surgery. There's another cyst, so there's two, but one's a little bit bigger than the other. And there's also a mass. They're not entirely sure what it is. My doctor has ordered to have an MRI done to see what this, see it closer, I guess. But yeah, there's a mass of some kind of fluid I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, in my uterus, close to a fallopian tube. It's like right beside a fallopian tube or something. So anyway, all of this has come from getting teeth pulled back in August. It's wild how one thing can just lead to another and lead to another and lead to another. But that also, I went to Beulah Roasting Company today in Batesburg earlier this morning. That's actually where my coffee's from. Really good coffee. If you're ever in Batesburg, go by Beulah. It's so good. I got the cinnamon roll. I think it's cinnamon roll cold brew. No. Pumpkin roll cold brew. Pumpkin roll cold brew. Anyway, it's really good. So yeah, I was at Beulah and I got to talk with Jessica Sowards. They own Beulah Roasting Company, and their YouTube channel is Roots and Refuge Farm. Sorry, my camera is like messing up. So her YouTube channel is Roots and Refuge Farm, and I was talking with her about how quick the last 10 years have gone and how much has changed in the last 10 years. And 10 years ago, I wasn't even married yet, and now I've been married. I've lived in different countries. I have 4 kids. I have gone through a divorce. I mean, so much life has happened in the last 10 years. It's crazy to think about. And I was on my way home from Batesburg, and I was thinking, these last 2 months have just flown by, and I haven't picked up the camera. I haven't felt the urge really to share. Honestly, the bulk of my content happens in the garden, and I haven't been out there very much, since my school started, and with my kids, and just life has been so busy, and I haven't really wanted to, honestly. I walk through there almost daily, like to feed my chickens or to get their water. I walk through there and I look at things, and I'm out there, but I'm not out there to work. I'm out there just to sort of pass by. But you know, it got me thinking, like, I could go the next 10 years and not pick up the camera, but I don't want to do that. I want to talk to you guys. I want to have conversations in the comments. I want to build the community here, and I can't build that community if I'm not showing up. So I picked up the camera. Now this isn't going to be an extensive, you know, talk, but I wanted to have a conversation, and I've been through a lot, and I'm sure you guys have been through a lot, and I know Jess has been through a lot, and we've all got things going on, but, you know, showing up is a responsibility that I took upon myself when I started this YouTube channel, and it's one that I want to keep showing up for. I want to keep up that, I want to keep up my end, if that makes sense. You know, I can't expect this to grow if I'm not keeping up my end. And I did take a break, and it was a much needed break, but you know, I feel like I want to keep talking to you guys. I want to keep creating content, and if it takes, you know, 30 minutes to an hour a couple times a week, then I'm going to make the time to do that. But yeah, so I guess this is just a sort of, hey, I'm planning to come back type video, and sorry I've been away. I also want to say that back in August when I had my teeth pulled, I was in the full swing of baking, and I was doing baking as a business, and I had many people reach out and place orders and all these things, and it was great. It was really fun for me. I loved it, but it was so much time on my feet. Plus the weekend that I had my teeth pulled, I had been setting up at a place in Batesburg called the Moss Cottage, and I don't want to go into details because honestly I don't really know the details, but the lady who runs Moss Cottage didn't want me setting up there anymore. Sorry. So I actually haven't seen her since I had my teeth pulled, and I'm not entirely sure why. Wow, sorry, I didn't think that would still bother me, but long story short, I have not been baking since August. That was, it felt like a door closing. It honestly felt like a door closing, and since then I've started my classes again, so my time is taken up pursuing my master's degree in creative writing. I love learning more about writing and the ways that we write and why we write, and how to write to reach more people, to reach a wider audience, you know. I've been reading Stephen King's book called On Writing, his memoir. I've read that one time fully through, and I've kind of picked bits and pieces to read again. I've got, I think it's called Writing Well or something, On Writing Well, I don't know, I'd have to look it up, but I've got several books through my school that I'm reading that pertain to editing and publishing and writing, and you know, writing to reach different cultural audiences, and I'm just really enjoying it, and I think that's important. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and say hey, and let you guys know that I am planning to pick up the camera again. I have sweet potatoes that I'm going to be getting hopefully soon, and I will bring you guys along with me for that. I have no idea what those are going to turn out like, and I'm a little nervous. I've never picked sweet potatoes before, so we'll have to see. Okay, I'm gonna go inside and grab a little bit of lunch and study a little bit and spend some time with my kids this afternoon. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today and all the days that you do. I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.